proven, solid, reliable, totally upgradable. The Smith & Wesson 1522. This one is the Sport, the latest one that Smith & Wesson have come out with. Pretty damn cool. I know I use that saying a lot. Pretty damn cool. I need to change that. But this thing is pretty damn cool. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you subscribe to the channel, which by the way you should be, you may or may not know that I've been in the market for an AR for quite a while. Tested quite a few, you know, done the Northwest Custom Parts Polymer 1522. I've done a couple of others of their 22 rimfire rifles, ARs. The Chris Defiance one, excellent rimfire AR, that thing is. And then there's the new kid on the block, the Tippmann. Was it Tippmann M422? Love that thing as well. And then you've got the 1522, which has been out for ages, you know, years and years. And then they've done the newer version, the 1522 Sport, which they sort of basically fixed all the niggles that the original 1522 had, and they went with the M-lock, Magpul M-lock, hand grip, handguard, you know. And well, anyway, I ended up buying a 1522, this 1522, because I was umming and ahhing, you know. I tried the Defiance. I loved that, you know. As you know, guys, I had that thing in for a review. Loved that thing. Really tempted, especially with the LVO, is it? Really loved that thing. And I was umming and ahhing, and same with the Tippmann as well. And I love the Northwest Custom Parts one. But then this thing basically appeared at my local shop where I go, and it was up for sale for sort of, it is a used one, it's not brand new, but it's only about 6 months old, and it was like half the price of Tippmann, and it had all this on it ready to go, apart from the mag swell from 3 Gun Nation UK. That is a nice bit of kit, by the way. I'll do a separate video on that. So yeah, this was pretty much set up, good to go. Like I say, half the price of a Tippmann. It was a no-brainer for me. So there you have it. So let's talk about the 1522 Sport then. Well, first of all, I'll talk about all the bits and pieces on this, you know, because it does look super cool, you know. But like I said, this stuff was already on it when I bought it. But yeah, you do actually get the emboss sights, the Magpul backup sights, pop-up sights. They are excellent, by the way. Perfectly co-witnessed with this sight mark red dot, which, like I said, was on the rifle. So I was pretty damn pleased with that. You know, I've basically set up, good to go. And also the Magpul VG, or vertical grip, really sort of really nice, that thing is. And then you've got these handguard covers as well. I don't even know what make they are. Maybe they are Magpul, not sure. But offer loads of grip. But we'll talk about that in a second. So let's take it from the top then. So we're not sort of going to talk about it as it's sort of my own, you know, 1522. This is a review of the 1522 Sport, but this one happens to be mine. So yeah, let's take it from the top then. So basically, you've got your adjustable, I think it's 6 position, basically standard AR stock. Well, standard, it is pretty sort of standard basically. You can get Magpul ones, you know. I probably will eventually on this thing, you know, get a few Magpul bits just to add on. I mean, it's an AR-15 at the end of the day. You've got to dress it up, haven't you? But that is, you know, it's pretty cool. You've got like the grip effect there, you know, just to offer a bit of traction. You've got a swivel or sling sort of loop there, if you want to throw on a sling or whatever. There's your adjustment lever. And then you've got like Smith & Wesson's logo. Try and get it in the light if you can see it. There, look, Smith & Wesson's logo in the light. And then moving along to the receiver, the upper and lower. Now, if you don't already know, 1522 is all polymer. Now, that has never put me off, okay? Some people hate polymer, some people love it. It didn't really play a factor with me. Yeah, it keeps it light. I'll throw in all the specs in the details of this video, rather than sort of just wasting time reading them all out. Look in the details of the video. But it keeps things light, you know. Is it as strong as steel or aircraft aluminium? I think it's as strong. My only gripe that I did notice with the 1522, the old ones used to do it, this one still does it, and it does still, I don't know, bother me a little bit, is there is, when you shoulder it and if you pull it in tight, you can actually feel it flexing, and it's flexing here. And I don't know, that's just, it's a little worrying. I don't think it'd ever snap. I don't know of anyone who's ever snapped one unless you sort of fell over and landed on it. But I don't know, I just noticed a little bit of flex when I sort of just pulled it in tight. But I don't know, I can put up with it, you know, because it's not a heavy rifle, you know, it's dead light actually for what it is. You know, would that affect things? I don't know. It's not like you've got to pull it in tight to sort of soak up any recoil. It's, you know, it's 22 rimfire at the end of the day. So that's probably my only little gripe, but I've not done some sort of serious accuracy shooting with this, so to speak, at the minute. I've just been shooting steels, I've been running gunning it. I really do need to sort of get it on the bench. By the time this video goes out, I probably will have done, and I'll sort of throw in some footage that you may or may not see right now, where I'm doing some paper punching, just 100-yard testing really. But yeah, it's polymer, you know, but it breaks down like a normal AR-15. You got like your push button pin there, so you sort of just pull that. Let's just break it open. Now, you know, guys, whenever I do this thing, this sort of stuff on camera, I suppose I should have took the magazine out, actually, make life easier. Whenever I do this sort of thing on camera, I always fail, and no doubt I will, and it'll take me, you know, half a dozen different cuts to sort of get this video out, but hey ho, it's all part of the fun. You know how I roll, guys. But yeah, that's it broken open. Just a typical sort of AR-15 how an AR would break open. I can completely take the upper off, you know, just by taking that pin out. But there is basically your guts, so to speak, your trigger mechanism there. A little bit dirty. I've not given it a proper clean up since its outing. I'll show you the bolt. I'm gonna get covered in grime now. Polymer T-bar, you can upgrade them to metal ones. I think I will do that. You know, you get like ambidextrous ones, which is nice. What with me being a lefty, no problems either as well if you're a lefty using one of these. But there's your bolt. Like I said, is pretty well, it's a little bit dirty. Nothing major, nothing major. But that's your bolt. Just put that to one side a sec, and then you can sort of see. Not really got enough light here, guys, but there's your, you could probably just make out the ejector there. Trying to get it on camera. I need more lights. You wouldn't believe, guys, how many lights I have got up here, and I still get dark spots. Probably should have bought a torch. There you can see. You can just see your ejector there. Okay. All polymer, like I said. There's the barrel up. Easy to get up for cleaning, you know, like most ARs basically. You got your shell deflector there. Let's put all the guts back in. I mean, that is pretty much your field strip there. Dead easy to maintain. That's what I like about these things. They're just just piece of cake, and they just run and run and run. You know, I know people that have got these and they've put tens of thousands of rounds through them, you know, and they just work, you know. So that was kind of, you know, the Tippmann, the Chris, they're fairly new. Yeah, I know they've had, you know, a few little gremlins, so to speak. I mean, I think, was it the Chris Defiance is after about 1,000 rounds, the firing pins break, and they're doing like upgrades where you can get titanium ones, you know. The Smith, I don't know, they don't seem to have had many gremlins. You tell me, you guys that have owned them. I mean, this is my first Smith, so I've only owned this, like, you know, by the time this video goes out, not even a couple of months. But for the research I have done, you know, they seem pretty damn reliable. You know, and I've shot quite a lot of the 2.2 ARs now, so I've kind of got an opinion if that's worth anything. But anyway, I digress. So there's your upper and your lower, basically broken open. Nice and easy to work on. So there's no buffer spring. I know in the Tippmann you've got a buffer spring in the stock, or in the buffer tube. On the Smith it's just solid polymer, so it's just using the you know, the basic, the blowback, so to speak, of the recoil of the rimfire cartridge, basically. T-bar cocking, you guys obviously know that. Last shot hold open as well, which is great. You know, the only thing that this doesn't have, which the Chris Defiance and the Tippmann M422 has, is the forward assist. There's no forward assist on the Smith & Wesson 1522. So although, you know, it is the perfect training rifle, you know, and it works exactly just like a Big Brother AR-15 with your bolt release there. You know, everything works that you see, safety catch, blah blah blah. The only thing you haven't got is a forward assist, you know. In my experience, I've not really had to use a forward assist on a rimfire AR, one that's got one, you know. When it fails to get into battery, the cartridge, you know, you generally, with rimfire, you generally just yank the T-bar and just get it out of the way and bang a new one in, basically. But I don't know, it's a handy thing. I'm not knocking it at all, guys, just because of, you know, my purchase hasn't got one. No, it'd be nice, I guess, if it did have one, but 1522 doesn't have one, so. But hey ho, whatever. Let's put actually I'll leave the magazine out. The lower, like I said, the upper and lower are polymer. You can drop in any AR-15 trigger into one of these, so you can upgrade the trigger. In fact, what we'll do, we'll give the trigger a pull, just see what it's doing, you know, just as I always do in a rack and load review. Let's just give it a pull. Just set my gadget up there. I'm yet again ill prepared as ever when I do these videos. Nothing ready. But let's give it a pull. See what this is doing. It broke all right, actually. The trigger. I mean, I bought this rifle as a second-hand one. Trigger weren't bad at all. You know, I probably will upgrade it eventually. £5, 4 ounces. Yeah, it probably could go a little bit lighter, but oh, whatever. I mean, it does the job. It does the job, you know, and it doesn't feel too sort of grainy or graunchy. It'd do me, you know. Is it worth spending the money? Probably not. I'll just get that used to it. I'm not really a trigger snob, if I'm honest, guys. So yeah, and there's your mag release as well, just standard sort of AR bolt release. I mentioned that earlier, so you can hold the bolt open there like so. You know, when you're changing mags, just press that, it'll close it up So standard safety catch, you know, nothing really major. You can get ambidextrous ones, you can get push button ones as well, so you can totally do away with that lever and just opt for like a cross bolt safety. Maybe that might be worth doing if you're doing sort of 3-gun, you know, or competition where speed is of the essence. So yeah, that's probably a cool option. I know I'm sort of going on to sort of upgrade slightly, but we may as well talk about them. I mean, this is one of the most pimpable, upgradable 22 ARs out there. I mean, I know they all are really, but 1522, it's got to be done. This is a Maxwell from 3-Gun Nation UK, so that's a nice add-on. I'll throw a link in the details of the video where you can get these. This carbon fibre one just makes getting them magazines in, finding the hole basically, makes you find the hole easier. Bad terminology, but there you go. So just adds to your speed when reloading. Put the magazine in there, just make it look cool. Magpulls on there. I think I got those off an airsoft gun actually, just to put on my magazines. Just makes it look cool. And then moving along to the Handguard Magpul M-Lock Handguard. So no sort of, well, the only Picatinny rail you've got is along the top, okay, for your sights, optics, whatever. And then it's M-Lock on the side of the Handguard. In this case, this rifle came with these grips, and do you know what? I love them. I love them. I'm not moving them. I don't, like I said, I don't know whether they are Magpul ones or what. I don't know. Maybe you guys will know. But it works for me. I'm leaving them on, so I'm quite happy with that. And then, like I said, you've got the Magpul Emboss, Magpul backup sights. You know, really cool. They are as standard on the 1522 Sport. So fold down like that. Like I said, perfectly co-witnessed with this sight mark sight that came with the rifle. Really quite a cool red dot sight that is. Might do a separate review on that, but you've got all your different, don't know if you can see it, there's lots of different crosshairs, so to speak, that you can adjust this thing to. So you got like circle with a dot in. Hard to see, I can't really get it on camera, guys, to show you properly. But you flip this switch here. Ooh, where are we? Flip this switch here and it just changes the different sight. I think you just about see it there. Adjustment for brightness as well. I was using this in sort of bright sunshine and it was working really well, so I was quite pleased with it. But anyway, separate video on that maybe. And then you've got on this particular rifle, my rifle, it's a Magpul vertical grip there, really quite nice. I've got the option of sort of holding it there or holding it there, whichever. So really nice. And then the 1522's barrel, I think it's a 1 in 6 twist, is it? I think. I'll put all the details in the details of the video, guys, sort of down below. You know where to look. But what I like about the 1522 as well is the thickness of the barrel. It's chunky. It doesn't sort of taper when it goes into the handguard. You know, it doesn't sort of taper out or anything. It remains the same thickness all the way through. Hard to sort of really see, but it is, you know, nice chunky barrel on the 1522 Sport. And then you've got flash hider there, muzzle device, sort of birdcage style. Love that. Will I change that? Will I swap it for something even more badass? I don't know, probably not. I think this rifle's tricked out enough. Probably the only thing I will do is change the stock eventually, get a Magpul stock on it. But yeah, oh, and we've not talked about the pistol grip. standard, pretty much standard, basic AR-15 pistol grip there. Nothing really, you know, Gucci. Again, probably I will swap that out. I don't know. I'll probably have to do a separate video for all the upgrades that I do on this, maybe. But so far, guys, I am pretty damn happy with this thing. It works for me. You know, I got it at the right price. I'm happy. It's a cool little rifle. It has not missed a beat since I've had it. I've probably only put from when I got this rifle to sort of now, as I'm doing this video, I've probably only put about 300 or 400 rounds through it. So by the time this video goes out, I will have put a lot more, you know, and I would have done some serious paper punching. But yeah, really quite happy with it, guys. I'm not going to moan. I'll throw in targets that I've done with it, you know, accuracy wise, using a red dot. I know I probably will throw an optic on it, you know, something like a Vortex Strike Eagle or something like that. They seem to be popular because you can use them basically as a scope, because you've got a bit of magnification and as a red dot. So you get the best of both worlds. So really, for accuracy testing, probably ain't gonna do it with a red dot on there. I'll wait until I do get myself a Strike Eagle and do some real accuracy testing. But I think what I'll do, I'll throw in some footage of sort of 50-yard shooting just with this, you know, with the red dot. But I've pretty much got this thing as it is. It's perfectly set up for like shooting steels where I do my run and gun. But like I say, I probably will get an optic eventually for it. But it's all money, innit, guys? It's all money. You buy these toys and then you just want to fix bits to them, you know. And so yeah, the 1522 Sport, like I said, basic rifle is superb. This one got all the few little bits on, you know, that were on the rifle when I bought it, so I'm not going to take them all off, you know, just to show the basic 1522. But this is my 1522, slightly tricked out, you know, a bit more tricking out to do. But I am one happy bunny. No complaints as of yet. Just a cool little rifle, you know. And well, what can I say? It's RACKNLOAD's AR-15. So something that I've been without for quite a while, you know, and it's high time that I got myself one, you know. It's all very well sort of testing them and stuff, but you've got to have your own, haven't you, really? So, you know, and I don't know, I've always sort of just, I've been a big Ruger 1022 fan, you know. Whenever I've done mini rifle, I've quite often used the Ruger 1022. I've always been into sort of building them and, you know, customizing them and stuff, but I'm happy with the Smith, you know. There's a few little jobs I'm going to do on this thing, I reckon, you know, so watch this space. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is your RACKNLOAD review of the 1522 Sport. Obviously, the red dot sight, and the grip, and these panels, and the 3-gun Nation Maxwell isn't included when you get one, but might just give you an idea, you know, of what you can do to yours if you get one. But so far, guys, like I said, I've not had it that long, but you know, these things are proven. So, and there's probably a million different reviews out there on the Smith & Wesson, but the Smith & Wesson 1522 Sport, the latest one, I dare say, is even better than the original. So, but like I say, watch this space. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is your RACKNLOAD review of the 1522 Sport from Smith & Wesson. Thanks for watching, guys. That's RACKNLOAD. See ya.